This week's Safety Toolbox Talk is once again on our acronym THINK. The hazard is not knowing. As I move around in the industry, I think about this acronym often. There are so many scopes of work that we're performing, and with the challenges of our labor force in today's world, and the challenges of schedule, weather, difficult scopes, there's an awful lot of this going on. And what does this mean? The THINK acronym, the hazard is not knowing. It goes into detail in every aspect of what we do. When we do a pre-construction safety plan with our superintendent and project team prior to mobilizing, we're trying to identify all the hazards associated with that job. On occasion, as we get into exploratory work on our projects, there's always something new that pops up that we weren't aware of. It could be using a different product that has an SDS sheet on it that is very harmful, a carcinogen to an individual. It could be an added scope that requires a lot of burning and welding in a confined space. There are so many hazards that we need to identify, and what we're realizing is a lot of the new help we bring in are not properly trained. It's the union's responsibility to train. It's the employer's opportunity to train and responsibility, and it's the individual's own responsibility to get some training and to have the knowledge base to understand what he's doing out in the field. This THINK acronym, statement on your text, bottom sentence: know the hazard, understand the hazard, but don't be the hazard. You're working in an extremely busy work environment. There are lulls, bobcats, truck deliveries, concrete placement, and it's all moving around you. And you know what? You know the logistics of your job. You go there every single day, but yet somehow, some way, you become a victim when you are struck by a motorized piece of equipment. Who would have thought? How thorough are our safety huddles in the morning talking about the hazards associated with what we're doing every day? Are we covering your tools? Does your new apprentice even know how to use that particular tool? Has he had the proper training? As superintendents and foremen and fellow tradesmen, we're under the assumption that anybody that is sent to us on our projects understands the job, understands his responsibilities, understands safety, understands quality, but in all due respect, maybe not. So this week, let's continue. Once again, we've reviewed this numerous times throughout my 9 years here at Brooklyn, thinking about what we're doing, trying to engineer out any potential exposures or administrate out, and make every day a safe day for ourselves, our fellow tradesmen, our projects, our families. Let's have a safe week.